Hello. Today, we're going to be playing Esper with an asterisk. 5-color Goryo's Vengeance nonsense pile. I saw this pile in my favorite place to go for new decks in the 5-0s. This was played by modern player by the name of... I thought I had it ready, but I did not. Clockwork Dean. Goryo's Through the Breach. It looks kind of cool. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. I forgot to mute my phone. I'm an amateur. But essentially, it takes the new hotness, which is Leyline Binding and Shadow Prophecy and all the domain shit, right? And it throws it on top of the Goryo's Vengeance pile that you kind of already know. All the fetches are white, right? Which lets you fetch out Jetmir, which is Naya Triome. So you fetch out Naya, and then you fetch a Watery Grave, and then you have full domain for Shadow Prophecy and Leyline Binding. And you have Mending and Tainted Indulgence to dump the Griselbrands and the Obzedats. And you can also dump cards into the graveyard with Shadow Prophecy. You can dump cards with Faithful Mending. There's a lot going on here. It's kind of cool. A lot of things happening. It looked interesting enough to give it a try, and that's what we're doing. We're going to give this a try, and we're going to see how it goes, and let's get going. Have this. So there is some tension with Goryo's Vengeance, in that it only returns a legendary creature, and the grief is not legendary. So I think we're going to mulligan this. Okay. Well, we have grief Ephemerate, so... do we win a challenge now? Because we grief Ephemerated? Let's get Godless Shrine. Cast Grief, pitch Griselbrand. What is in your hand? Oh boy. Oh boy. What do we take here? We take Goblin Guide. And we take Swift Spear. Okay. That's pretty sweet, Maximum Magic. I hope you have success tonight. Yawgmoth is the greatest deck. Almost. It's solid, though. It's fun. Okay, so... is it worth taking a card out of their hand, or is it worth just hitting them? I think we just take another card, right? We could take out... one of these Eidolons. Maybe we should just start attacking them. But I don't think we win this race. I don't believe we win this race. So I think we just chill, yeah. I'll definitely block here. Perfect draw. On the plus side, if we sit here doing nothing, and they sit here doing nothing, we can discard this, and then Goryo's Vengeance it. We're on the do nothing together plan. Eventually, I will draw land. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My plans to do nothing forever have been ruined. Alright, well, maybe I didn't need to shock myself to do this, but at the same time. So, we need to draw... okay. Okay, I believe this gives us this somehow. Raffine's tower? No. We could get Jetmir's tower. Mountain, forest, plains. Jetmir's tower will let us cast this next turn. Shit. Guess we're getting Jetmir's tower. Then next turn we can cast it. Tilt. Yeah. Maybe this wasn't the best land to get, but we needed the white. I mean, knowing it was burn, I shouldn't have got this, obviously. We're at 3 life against burn, the place to be. The place to be against burn is at 3 life. Okay. So now we get to exile that. Might as well do it during combat on their turn. So if they cast any more spells or any other creatures, they take some damage. We are ill-prepared for this matchup. I guess we would have been fine if we had some mana and we could like cast this. Look at the top X cards of your library. X is the number of basic land types. Put 2 of them into your hand, put the rest into your graveyard. You lose 2 life. So obviously this isn't great, but if we put like a Griselbrand or something in the graveyard. I think Endurance is kind of not... I think that the way that the world is going, I don't know if Endurance main is the best thing to be doing. That was when you were playing against 4-color, you know, that was the only thing you were playing against. Not 4-color. When you were only playing against Murktide, I think Endurance was the best thing to be doing, but now the meta's opened up and everybody's trying all kinds of shit with Leyline Binding, and every deck that plays Leyline Binding doesn't really give a fuck about it, doesn't really care about its graveyard. So if I had to, that's where I feel. That's why I feel Thoughtseize is better against these kind of greedy combo-y decks. They're doing this kind of stuff. I think Binding's better. I think that the meta has shifted to embrace. The meta has changed. Whether it's scam or whatever it is, the meta has changed. And we're dead. We're getting slow rolled. Just fucking cool. I'm glad you had to tank on that for a minute. Into my Jetmir mana. Oh, burn players. Just absolutely miserable. Alright, let's get pendings in. Let's cut these Shadow Prophecies against the burn deck. Apparently not. Apparently not. I mean, if we get to 2 mana, we have a bunch of cantrips, but apparently it's not enough mana. Scamless scam. What's up, Oz? You're back on your Oz. Well, I mean, we have the same thing. Except for we have lands now. I guess we're doing it. Alright, we're going to crack and fetch and get a plains. We are going to grief. Alright, I want... What do I want? Roiling Vortex. I want Goblin Guide. I want... Skewer the Critics. Okay. Fever, thank you for the 6 months of support. Very kind of you. Okay, so they played... Let's just pop this thing again. Get another card out of their hand. Take the Helix. Now we play this thing. Now we yield. This thing gets all the colors. Then we have Binding. Oh, what a world. Alright. I could dig this. We'll get Jetmirs. The perfect draw. And then this can get Raffines or whatever. Alright, what's this? Searing Blaze. Well, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I think we should get this Binding out of here. we're going to end up taking quite a bit of damage to that. So I don't really want to deal with it. All right. Now all we need to do is draw... Goodness. All right, let's just binding that. Get that out of here. Perfect. All right, we only need 4 more lands to hardcast this Griselbrand. Only 4 more lands. I could see how if this deck runs hot, you can very easily do well. They have a Skullcrack in their hand. That's what we need to remember, Skullcrack. Perfect. All right, 1 more mana and we can hardcast hardcast Obzedat. That's what we're looking to do here. Hardcast the Obzedizzle. Boros Charm. And they have a Skullcrack in hand, so I'm at 6. Cool. Oh, baby. Swamp. Wait. So this has to be a swamp. And this can be whatever. Swamp, island, mountain. Alright, so this could just be whatever. So I'll just get an island here. This sucks though, because they're going to Skullcrack me. But we're going to go to 4. Obzedizzle. Yeah, Skullcrack. I got a 4. Then we exile Obzedizzle. Yes. Alright, can you do 4 points of damage to me? No. Obzedizzle, go! Ugh. Ugh. Tilt. It's a good thing we had this Griselbrand in our hand. Good thing we had this Griselbrand in our hand. Let's see if we could draw us... Oh, another Griselbrand. Nice. Alright, so we were drawing absolutely nothing that helped. That was awesome. Let's start a new league. I'm not... No new leagues. No. Alright. I don't think we need to use a grief yet. It's kind of weird that, like... I guess we're getting... The problem is we can't get the 1 Triome that gives us all the colors, because then we don't have blue. So... I guess we just play this. And... I guess we're getting Esper Triumph? I don't know. Like... If we get the Triome, we don't have access to blue. Jetmir's Triumph doesn't give us blue. Radio Copy, thank you for the follow. Right, like, Jetmir's doesn't give us blue. Yield till the next end step. What's going on? Why are you lagging? Turn off auto yields. Alright, let's just get... I guess we'll just get the Triome. Then we can cast Faithful Mending. Of course we draw. I don't think we need to grief. I don't believe we need to grief yet. Delta, Blackleaf Cliffs. Are we about to get Blood Mooned? I believe we're about to get Blood Mooned. I feel quite foolish. Neat. Alright, well. Guess we'll discard Griselbrand and Prophecy. Actually, we discard Griselbrand and Mending because we don't have... Alright. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna grief pitching Shadow Prophecy to protect this. Let's get their Fury. Shit. Do we just take the Season Pyro? Make them Fury, pitch Fury. This thing has Unearth, so we're slowly building to be able to unearth it anyway. They have to like Fury, pitch Fury on this, or we get back a Griselbrand. Yeah, Fury, pitch Fury. Okay. And they played a Mountain when their hand had... So their hand is at Blackleaf Cliffs. Alright, that's good for us. We have Faithful Mending. So we'll just Faithful Mending at the end of turn. Discard these two, try and draw. There's only one. There's two swamps in the deck. Voidwalker. Alright, we're gonna Faithful Mending before the Voidwalker. We'll put you and you into the graveyard. We'll save this to kill this. We actually don't really need to kill that, but... I will take a Griselbrand, please. What do they get? They have a Priest of Fell Rites exiled? No, they don't. Because it didn't go to the graveyard, it got exiled, so it didn't get the exiled trigger. So we'll just yield. Yeah, so it didn't go to the graveyard, so they didn't get it with the Voidwalker. We can Solitude this Voidwalker, but we don't really need to. We have Griselbrand. Everybody's out here playing Scam. Croxa. Alright, now we have to Solitude this. Actually, I guess I'll just draw 7 cards. Yes, okay. Okay. We'll discard Goryo's Vengeance. Let's discard... Guess Shadow Prophecy. Maybe I'm just not respecting Shadow Prophecy enough. I don't know. Can I attack you with my Griselbrand yet? Attack you. Okay. Let's see. We can probably find a Ephemerate. Alright, what do we got? Jeez. Can play this. We can Ephemerate this. We can do a million different things. I guess we just get rid of the stupid Blood Moon. How much does this thing cost? 2 mana. So we'll tap this. Get rid of... Oh, they didn't do anything? Just get rid of the Blood Moon. I think they conceded. I believe that they have conceded. Alright, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to Ephemerate, Solitude, blah, 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 wreck them. Alright, well, that worked out pretty well. I kind of like Teferi. I don't know. What do we want to do against Scam? We could bring in Thoughtseizes against them. I kind of like Teferi because it can like bounce a Grief and a Fury, but at the same time, that's not really a solution. I do want the Pendings to beat Ragavans, like a turn 1 Ragavan. So what do we cut? I think we cut a Shadow Prophecy and a Mending. Maybe I just need 4 of these. How's the magic going? It's going alright. It's going alright. We're just chilling. Playing against Scam, beating up on Scam, hopefully, knock on wood. I don't want these cards because I don't want to like walk into a Voidwalker or something. Well, this seems okay. Well, Teferi kind of ends the scamming. But the problem is, like, if you Teferi bounce a Grief on 3, then they could just replay it on 4. You know, it's not great. Grief. Grief with no thing? Sure. What are you taking? You get 1. They'll probably take the Solitude. Maybe if they had a land, I would think about Solituding. Ragavan. The enemy of the free people. Griselbrand. Perfect. Oh, I wouldn't have it any other way than to draw Griselbrand. Alright, so part of me wants to get... I mean, I have to get the weird tri-land. But part of me just doesn't want to get that. They got a Leyline Binding. Hopefully I don't get turn 2 Blood Moon, because that would be miserable. Black, black, black. Necromentia. Well, okay. What are you naming? Leyline Binding? Griselbrand? Griselbrand. Okay. Respect that. I get a 2/2 though that blocks Ragavan. Oh, this is a glorious day. You can't fuck Ragavan. Zombie token. That I would actually have a 2/2 zombie than have that Griselbrand in my hand. Alright, let's fetch out the Jetmir. Oh, that was a really good draw. Now we just chillin'. Now we just chillin'. We are just going to relax. And we have Binding in case they do anything crazy. We have a zombie token to block. I don't feel like we need to Solitude Ephemerate just yet. I think we could just kind of relax. Get to Obzedat, Ghostdad, and then we'll be set. We don't really need to Binding the Ragavan the way things are currently. Blood Crypt. Okay. Was Necromentia a bad play? They had seen my hand, right? They saw my hand prior to the turn, and they didn't see Griselbrand. I drew Griselbrand for that turn, so it wasn't a bad play knowing my hand prior to that draw. But that's sort of the problem with Scam. It's always been, is it like you fear is black and artifact creatures. Don't do that. Don't attack. Don't attack. Fear is black and artifact creatures. No. No, Ragavan. Intimidate is the same color. Doink. Alright. I let this happen, right? What do I want? Yeah, okay. My Ghostdad. No, Ghostdad. No, Ghostdad. Alright, now we just need Goryo's Vengeance. I don't want to crack these because I want to be able to play around Blood Moon. Right? Island, mountain, swamp. But I guess I'll hardcast Solitude next turn if they do anything. Oh. Well, they're not going to do anything. Well, apparently neither are we. Very exciting game. You weren't playing Mountain. That's true. Island, Mountain, Swamp is what I said. Island, Plains, Swamp. I could just play Solitude to get value. But we have reached hardcast Griselbrand, but we don't even have any more Griselbrands. So I'll just wait for them to play something, Solitude it, hold up Ephemerate. Alright, well, let's crack now. Let's get Plains. Plains. Swamp. Swamp. Island. Doesn't really matter what I get. Guess I need another white. So this resolves. And then we go wait till the end step. Then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Solitude. Scam does play Torach in the sideboard for sure. So we are a little bit of a problem. We are just stone cold dead to that card. Okay. Well, as long as I don't play a Torach, we should be okay. Maybe they're not playing them. Okay. Well, we beat up on Scam with our Scam. One land. Always one land. Alright, let's keep this. Like, for example, this hand, like, all I need is like a reanimation target. But at the same time. Alright, we're gonna play Marsh Flats, get the one, then have this, and have all the mana. This deck needs Thoughtseizes. Alright, they're probably playing. Alright, let's get Jetmir. Untap. Play you. Tapped. I just can't. Yeah. It's like, the trigger. I don't know. Like, you can't kill the ghost, flavor-wise. Maybe getting rid of the third land was a mistake, but we were. Alright, we're going to have to cast this Shadow Prophecy here. Ren and 6? Boo. Maybe we let them. Maybe we let them get an Archon so we can Griselbrand it, and then we can discard the Griselbrand, use the Goryo's Vengeance. Kind of cool. Alright, this is the first time I've ever casted Shadow Prophecy for all the Marmalade. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so we put 2 cards into your hand. So we want Leyline Binding and the Island. And we have Obzedat in the graveyard. So now we play Island. We can Faithful Mending the Griselbrand, or we could just Goryo's Vengeance, kill the Ren. That seems too good, right? Goryo's Vengeance, Obzedat. Playing around Spell Pierce. If we go into the Faithful Mending into this, then we get wrecked by Spell Pierce, right? Remand. Oh my god, we got remanded. And I don't have black. Okay. I kind of feel like I just Leyline Binding this Ren and 6 and pass. Get out of here. Okay. If they do make a 1/1 here, we can like discard it, discard Griselbrand, Goryo's Vengeance it, or we can Solitude Ephemerate it. We can do a bunch of stuff. We'll probably just Solitude the dwarf. We'll see. Goryo's Vengeance, Ghost Dead. Remand. Okay. Okay. Goryo's Vengeance, Ghost Dead. Drain you. They're going for the dwarf. Bolt it. Okay. Are we just ephemerating this? Or is it better to have the Solitude to ephemerate? Alright, so we put this first. Yes. If they make 2 Archons, we'll Solitude 1. Actually, right? We discard... We go to end step. We discard this. Discard this. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff happening. Okay, so we're at upkeep. We'll put Rebound first. Then we'll play Solitude. Get rid of one of these. Ghost Dad comes into play. Drain. Ephemerate comes off. Ephemerate the Solitude. Get that out of here. Attack you with that. Alright. Do we want to play this land? Or do we want... I'd like to save it to be able to play the Faithful Mending. But I'm a little nervous that they're going to just play another Creativity. We could kind of keep this for this. But if they play another thing, I don't really want to discard this card. Yes, I would like to... They're at 20, though, with 7 cards in their hand. So we only have to exile 4 more Archons. Yeah, another Creativity. Well, that's not Creativity. Okay. So only 2 more Archons in the deck. Go to end step. Crack this for, I guess, this. Obzedat's back. Ghost Dad's back. He didn't go out for milk. He brought milk back. What a good dad. Alright, so let's get rid of the upkeep stop. Leyline Binding. Well, that's very interesting. That's kind of a good one. Alright, let's swing these 2. I'm happy to trade off the Solitude, I think. It's kind of too much of a liability to try and ephemerate this, given they have bolts and probably Prismari commands and stuff. So we'll swing here with these. Attack, attack. It's interesting that this list is playing Remand. Usually this is Spell Pierce. Okay. Alright, we don't need to Binding the Goblin Shaman token. Ghost Dad leaves. I need to save this binding for another Duber. Hopefully they're only playing 3 Archons. They discarded a Spell Pierce. Alright. We're okay here. The final dwarf. Okay. This hard cast. Yeah, okay. Get out of here. Harpoor, that's... Okay, Ghost Dad. Come back and save us. Oh. Oh, well, hello there. Why don't you come back and save us too? Is there a reason to draw before combat and I can exile this dwarf? I guess there was no reason to draw before combat. Let's see what we would have drawn. Nope. Moto's broken, as usual. As usual. Okay. What do we have in the dealing with them department? We have Thoughtseizes. We have Teferinos. We have Ashioks. Is this too deep? This might be too deep, right? We kind of lose our consistency. We lose our identity. But at the same time, Ashiok's so good against them, right? Ashiok's very good. Thoughtseize is very good. Flusterstorm. I could legitimately see justifying bringing in 13 cards. I could legitimately see justifying this. All right, let's bring in Ashiok. Let's cut a... I don't know what to cut. I don't know what to cut. The deck's so great. The deck is so great. Ashiok works in that it stops them from fetching up dwarfs. So it stops them from fetching up dwarfs, stops their shuffling. The deck plays a very high amount of non-basic lands to fetch up the dwarfs. So we're here for the stop search. Does cut Ashiok? Why? Why do you guys hate Ashiok? What's the hatred? Why the hate? Right? They're searching their library constantly for the dwarfs. I don't know why you would be like, this card sucks. I'm curious. When do I have the chance to play Ashiok? Maybe on turn 3. I don't know. It will be more... Alright, fine. Fine. We'll just run it back. Haters. You hate poor Ashiok. It's fine. On the draw, it's not as good. It's so much better on the play. Alright. I'm not scared of them. They'll probably have that Turn to Earth card. We're just going to have Grief Ephemerate. And we're just going to Grief Ephemerate and be like, we're the scam. We're the scammers now. There's been a couple versions of this deck. Let's see what Freak You Nasty was playing. Oh, Freak You Nasty was playing the same list. Okay, we'll keep. Okay. We are one Triome away from having... Ooh. Okay, so this is a Triome. And then the Watery Grave, and we have the Binding. That's pretty cool. This must be a Renin 6. Alright, we'll get our Triome. We'll get the Naya Triome, we'll play the Watery Grave tapped, and we'll Leyline Binding the Renin 6. God, this card is so good, Renin 6. It is so amazing how good it is. It's already replaced itself. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no reason not to just put this into play tapped, right? Yeah. Blink. Get out of here. Get out of here with your broken 2-mana Planeswalker. I'll play broken Leyline Binding. It's not a bad start for us. This is not very bad. I kind of like where we're at right now. Oh, I don't like where we're at right now. This sucks. We could Shadow Prophecy, but let's just wait and do it at the end of their turn. They play a bunch of remands and stuff. They definitely have like a remand up here. So we'll Shadow Prophecy at the end of turn. Luckily, our Leyline Binding was a bit of a liability into their nature's claims. Okay, so they're not getting... It's pretty interesting that they're not getting lands to... they're not really getting lands to cast creativity, which is interesting. Alright, let's do this Shadow Prophecy. This is probably going to get countered, but whatever. This end of turn, we can untap and play Grief or something. Remand. Okay, well, that's not too bad. Could have been worse. Are we just playing the Grief? Sure. Plains, Island. We just get whatever. They probably have another remand. We'll see. Oh, that resolved really quickly. Fable, 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 Prismatic Command. Jeez, it's a lot of Fables. Grief kind of gets wrecked by this. They get to loot. They get to loot with all these. But I'd much rather them have to play at sorcery speed than them play at instant speed. Maybe it's right to get rid of these, but let's just take one of these. Yeah, command does kill the elementals. Okay. I guess they're playing a Fable of the Mirrorbreaker this turn. We gotta get this Wrenn and 6. Oh, they're only at 10. That's kind of cool. A dwarf. Yeah. A Goblin Shaman token. Yep. Alright. What do we want to do here? Do we want to swing at them? Do we want to swing at Wrenn and 6? I think we swing at Wrenn and 6. We could just Shadow Prophecy and try and go for the fences here. Maybe we just Shadow Prophecy. Go for the fences. Go for something big and fancy. Okay, so we have an Ephemerate. Let's take Ephemerate. And let's take the Vengeance. Wow, that card's fucking good. Holy cow. Holy cow, is that card good? Alright, so we swing... We swing this at this. Or we just Ephemerate it. We could... Solitude. We could attack. If they block Solitude... I don't think they're going to block. Let's swing this at the Wrenn and 6. That's funny, Dan. Alright, let's swing at Wrenn and 6 here. Okay. Do I want to Solitude this Goblin Shaman token? We could Solitude the Shaman token, Ephemerate it, and then next turn Ephemerate the Grief. I'm down for that. Solitude, pitch, Solitude. This lets us wipe the board of their tokens. Alright, so let's get rid of the shaman. Oh, no, no, no! I let it go! Fuck. Fuck, I did that wrong. Okay, it's okay. I did that wrong. I thought I had the thing stacked right. So I could get this out of here too. But I guess I just grief him now. Get rid of a Fable. I messed that up. I messed that up very badly. And they get 3 new cards now. Ugh. Mistakes were made here. Forgive me. I made mistakes that last couple of turns. It's so hard. They have such card advantage from this Ren and 6. Like, that was very bad. That was very poor play by my part. Now they can just wreck me with... Now they could just wreck me. Forget, that was bad. I thought that I had the one trigger and I was okaying the exile of the thing as opposed to the invoke. But I stacked them wrong and then I let the one resolve even though it was the evoke. When I should have let the thing resolve and I should have ephemerated it. Killed this dwarf. Waited till next turn. Ephemerated this. Thoughtseize them. I don't know. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sack this. Yeah, we're gonna lose this game. We are going to lose this game. Going to lose very badly. Unless we draw... No, we're losing. Test of Talents, huh? Test of Talents, huh? What can we draw? So draw 1, 2, 3, Faithful Mending, discard something, bring back Griselbrand, attack. Get a Solitude. We'll see. Get like 2 Solitudes? We've used 2. I don't know. We'll see what we can do here. Opponent's in the tank. For some reason. I don't know what they could be in the tank about, but they're in the tank. I don't know what they're in the tank about. Alright, we're going to draw. We're going to cast Faithful Mending, and then we're hopefully going to get a Griselbrand. That we're going to attack with a Griselbrand. Oh, they were deciding if they were attacking with a dwarf. Very, very reasonable. Ren and 6 is just so stupid. This card just enabled them to never miss a land drop. Alright, so... No. Alright, let's go 1, 2, 3. Faithful Mending. We need a Griselbrand. We need to discard a Griselbrand. Can we discard a Griselbrand? Oh boy. They're going nice and slow here. Alright. They're probably playing slow enough that we could do the Wordle. Enchant Wordle. Mantis. Rider. Okay, so it's a 3-mana creature. It's a creature. It's probably 2 mana. It's none of these colors. From before this. So let's try... It's not a rare. It's probably a common. Oh, we're dead. No, it's not a rare. It's a common. Let's try a green common. Let's try... Elvish Mystic was before this. Let's try... Real Elf. Actually, let's try... Let's try a green 1-drop. Let's try Llanowar Elf. This is way too early and it's a terrible guess. But it's not green, so it's 2 mana. See, because I should have guessed like here. Alright. We need Planeswalkers. We need to sideboard against them. We need Ashioks. Leyline Binding's not going to do anything. We need Thoughtseizes. Flusterstorms are good. Shave this. Shave this. Alright. Let's play it like this. Maybe we want 4 Solitudes. Let's get rid of a Ghost Dead. Alright. Green creature from before this. It's not green. So if it's not green, it's not this. So it could be black. 2 mana black. Common creature. From 2 mana. Let's try Walking Dead. 2 mana black creature zombie. Oh, Canada. Would you like to play first? Yes. Keep. We're going to go Thoughtseize on 1. Let's just Thoughtseize. Well, the problem is if we Thoughtseize on 1, we can't Mending. What's up? Aspiring Spike, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everyone. We're playing a deck that you might enjoy. It's just the Goryo's Vengeance package. It's kind of like your deck. Probably is your deck. You probably made this deck. You make all the decks. Welcome, everyone. So, we're playing this Goryo's Vengeance deck. And Shadow Prophecy and Leyline Binding are basically what we're testing. Obzedat. Remember him? Alright, so we're deciding. This is game 3. We're on the play. We're against... thank you, Spike. Welcome, everyone. I kind of want to Thoughtseize, but then I can't Faithful Mending next turn, but I think that's okay. Let's get this Wrenn and 6 out of here. Alright. We've defeated them. We've taken their Wrenn and 6. Alright, so they played Steam Vents. We'll just play this. We're not going to be able to get the Ashiok in play because of these silly spell pierces. I've made no decks. It's kind of interesting. Like, it's playing Goryo's Vengeance over Persist. Maybe these should just be Archons. And it should just be like more traditional Reanimator that Spike's been playing. But we're just trying the different list with the bindings and the... Because I love Goryo's Vengeance bring back Obzedat. I just love it. Is it good? No, but it's awesome. Alright, so they play the Bloodstained Mire. We can't really resolve the Ashiok here, unfortunately. But we can get Jetmirs. So now we have access... Now this with Watery Grave gives us everything. Walking the Ashiok into a Spell Pierce doesn't seem very good. So we'll just pass. Alright, so this is 4-color. It's green and Grixis. So there's no white in the version we're playing against here. Alright, so we will crack this for probably Watery Grave. No, maybe we get Hallowed Fountain. Because we have the double black here for this grief. So we'll cast Faithful Mending. They'll probably Spell Pierce it. They're not casting the Fable. They've been Alright, so let's get Hallowed Fountain. And then we go white and blue. White and blue and cast Faithful Mending. White, blue, Faithful Mending. Does this get Spell Pierced? Does it? Okay. That's fine. So now we go to our turn. And I believe we hard cast a Grief. We could Grief into Ashiok, but I don't think we need to do that. Alright, let's see what they got. Nature's Claim, Fable, Spell Pierce. Let's get the Fable out of here. Alright. Fable turns this their garbage hand into like a good hand. We boarded out some of the Leyline Bindings. Last game we Leyline Binding something and they just Nature's Claimed it and we felt very foolish. So we boarded out the Leyline Binding. So this is a dead card for them. It seems like if people are prepared for Leyline Binding, it loses some of its value. Alright. Hopefully they didn't just draw a stupid dwarf and a creativity. Because I'll be very sad. We'll probably lose if they do that. Well, that is just perfect. That makes me very happy that they did that. Alright, they're gonna... We'll sack this. We'll discard this. Got these sweet Griselbrands. Got these sweet Ashioks. Which are looking great. Alright, so let's go 1, 2, 3. Well, Ashiok's looking real terrible this game. I guess we could play this next turn. Discard this. Discard this. Play this. We could hardcast this. Well, you guys are apparently right about the Ashiok. I don't know. They got very lucky to draw this. We had them dead to rights, and then they ripped that. That'll happen, though. Well, I mean, I don't know. We took their hand away. We stopped them. They just ripped their lucky card. Alright. Let's get the Triumph here. We have to draw a Solitude. Alright. Well, that sucked. That really sucked. Ashiok wouldn't have been any better as the Leyline Bindings. I guess if they were both Leyline Bindings, they would exile the one. But they did have the Nature's Claim in hand, plus the Spell Pierce. Oh, that was very frustrating. I thought I had them, and then they ripped the creativity. That's what that deck does, though. It just rips creativity, and then you lose. Well, this hand doesn't do anything. Well, creativity is a good deck when you draw exactly what you want to draw. Let's keep this. Let's put back this. Do we grief him on turn 1? I kind of like Obzedat. I think we just use the Mending. Scotty Too Hottie. Nice. Nice name. Alright. If we lose this game, we'll be on to another deck. Mono white. A basic plains. Ginger root. Okay. So it looks as though it's hammer time. I think I just play the priest. And then we can set up to bring back Obzedat or one of these. Yes, so let's go black, white, play the priest. I don't know if Obzedat's as good versus, like, this kind of deck. Hopefully we draw Griselbrand. But it can't block Ginger Brute. You should be happy. Okay. Talk a little trash. We'll talk a little shit. Springleaf Drum. Okay. Is Ginger Brute going to play the drums for us? Give her. Okay. The hammer. Alright. Well, that means that they have a... That probably means that in their hand is a Pure Steel Paladin. So, let's see. What's the best course of action here? It's probably Faithful Mending and then see what we draw. See if we can high roll with the Faithful Mending and hit like a Griselbrand. Okay, let's pitch Obzedat and this land. And then we'll grief them, and then we'll reanimate grief. Let's pitch Obzedat and this land. We can grief them. And we'll see what we take. And maybe we reanimate a grief, and maybe we bring back Obzedat. Okay, well, in that case, we will return Obzedat. Ghostad. Okay. Maybe this isn't the best course of action, because this is going to get pretty big. But I don't know. I think that's probably okay. As long as I don't draw another Pure Steel Paladin. I want to save this for this, right? Maybe I draw another land, you know. We probably just want to binding this. So let's go. How big is this thing going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4. Attack. We're definitely going to just binding something this turn. They'll probably token here. The question is, do we Leyline Binding the giver, or do we Leyline Binding the token? Okay. The giver or the token? Well, let's just get rid of the... Let's get rid of the Giver of Ruins. Maybe this is a wrong choice. Maybe it's the wrong choice. But... yeah. This does let them go another thing, hammer. But we have Solitude to shrink one of these constructs. But the problem is if they have the giver, they could just activate the giver every turn. Then they're going to gain 7 here. Gross. Alright. Faithful Mending. I think we're better off casting the one from the graveyard. Oh. I guess we cast the one from our hand. No, we could just attack. If they block here, we can Solitude this. Then trade this for this. They'll be left with a Ginger Brute. Is that what we want to do? We can return this to return this from our hand here. Let's do that. Let's see if they block. No blocks. Guess we have to just Solitude this. Alright, let's just wait. You're playing the opponent? How did you do against Scotty Too Hottie? It's quite the name, right? Scotty Too Hottie. I wish we had some lands here. Saga's so crazy. It's just so good. Hopefully this isn't a Pure Steel Paladin. Okay. Scotty Too Hottie was a wrestler back in the day. Scotty doesn't know. Oh my god. The reality chip. Interesting. Guess it does grow these things. I don't really see us winning this game. I feel like we're just treading water. Get rid of this 8/8. Okay. Just treading water. Alright, Ghost Dad comes back. Binding. Binding's kind of interesting. I guess we'll binding the token. Why are you hating on Ashiok? We don't even have it in play. We gotta hold this to block. No. Okay. So. Okay. Some people like Ashiok. They do some pretty... Ashiok is very powerful in certain situations. In other situations, it's not. When your opponent has 2 Spell Pierces, it's not that good. Alright, let's see. They're gonna construct token with the Shadow Sphere. Oh boy. Is this Kaldra? They got the... Of course it's Kaldra. Alright, well, we have binding for Kaldra. Do we have to chump this? Ugh. We're so fucked. Just unbelievably in trouble. Yep. Guess we have to binding this. Take the 5 from this. Alright. Binding that thing. Binding this. Take the 5, go to 4. Sure. I don't want to throw away the Obzedat. I don't want to throw away the Obzedat, even though the Obzedat's pretty useless here. Because we're not gaining the 2 life. Alright, let's go 1, 2, 3. Cast this. Guess we have to discard this. Play this. If I attack with this, I lose the game. I have to chump next turn. Then I have to draw land, and I have to flash this back, and I have to get to Solitude, and I have to Solitude this. When they Stoneforge got the reality chip, I thought they wouldn't. I didn't think I had to kill the Solitude. I didn't think I had to kill the Stoneforge when they got the reality chip. Alright, I think we're going to be done here. Yeah, they're just going to put that on this, and they're just going to bury us. We have to chump here, and then we have to hit a land, and then we pay 3 to get this back to get a Solitude to Solitude that, and they're just going to get 1,000,000 cards off this reality chip. Okay. So we have Pendings, we have Stony Silence. Teferi seems okay. What seems bad? This Griselbrand package doesn't seem great. Obzedat is not going to win the game. Grief's not that good. We'll just shave everything. We'll do some shaving. Well, I guess we want a Grief Ephemerate on the play. That doesn't seem terrible. I think we can get rid of Binding for some of these fancier removal spells. Ghost Dad does not seem good enough against their grindiness. Thoughtseize myself. I mean, if I were more all in on the Griselbrand, we could Thoughtseize Griselbrand, and like that could actually be like a plan. But I think we're gonna shave some of this more clunky, awkward stuff at the high curve and just bring in some cheaper interaction. Temporary Lockdown would be very good. If you were actually, like, if you were serious with this deck, Temporary Lockdown would be very good. But sort of the problem is, once someone sees a Leyline Binding, once someone sees a single Leyline Binding, then they bring in, like, other artifact hate. Like, that last match, we Leyline Binding to Ren and 6, and they were just like, oh, okay. We're just gonna play Nature's Claim, you know? So, like, once you expose a Leyline Binding in Game 1, in Games 2 and 3, it loses some of its potential. Because people know what's up, you know? People are like, oh, I know what's going on now. Alright, let's get the Jetmirs. Jetmirs plus this is Leyline, is 5 color. Stony Silence seems good. But getting this out of play seems good too. I think it's just Stony Silence. Just get Stony Silence in play. No artifact nonsense. Maybe I'm supposed to be aggressively griefing them here, but I'm kind of waiting for it Ephemerate. Yeah. Hushbringer. Okay. No attacks with the giver. Let's play this thing. Hushbringer. Teferi plus grief. Do you know what this does? First of all, if I play Teferi, and if I go to bounce this, they'll give it protection. That's number one. Number two, this card prevents ETBs, so it's literally a 4 mana 3/2. Powerful advice. Throw away 2 cards. Okay. Throw away 3 cards, because I have to pitch for this. Okay. Spring Leaf Drum, which they can't use. Okay. I'd like to hit a land here. Maybe I should have used the Tainted Indulgence last turn. Ephemerate. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright, let's go for Tainted Indulgence here. Alright, let's discard. I really would have liked to have hit a something I could discard. We don't have double black for the grief. Let's just get the grief out of here. Let's binding this giver. Let's get that out of here. What color are you going to give it protection from? Okay. Now, this gets exiled. So protection from white. There's no point in bringing this back. We'll just attack with this. And next turn, we can play Teferi, bounce this, play Grief, Ephemerate it, take their hand apart. Oh, goody. Do they have 2 hammers or 1 hammer? 1 hammer. They're making a mistake by doing it now. Because now it loses flying. Do I want to die to another hammer? I'll just wait for them to attack with it, and then I will Ephemerate this. And block it, so I don't just die to another hammer. If they Spell Pierce this, that's good. That means they won't be able to Spell Pierce at Teferi. And I will just chump block this. I didn't want to die to another hammer here. Okay, let's draw another land here. So I can play around Spell Pierce. Oh, that's pretty good too. Alright, let's do Teferi. What do we got? Oh, I hope they blacksmith skill that. That works out so well for me. Because I can binding this. Right? I can binding this. And then when Teferi resolves, I can bounce the Saga. Okay. This is working out for us. Bounce. Get you out of here. Okay. Now, is it better to bounce the Saga? Or is it better to bounce the aid? The problem is, if we don't bounce the Saga, they can activate the Ink Moth, get the hammer on the Saga, the hammer on the Ink Moth, and kill us. So it's either kill this or kill this. I think we just bounce this, buy ourselves some time. Don't really want a creature off that. This does still put us dead to a hammer. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of dying. But, I mean, we are dead to a hammer. Hopefully they kill the Tef. That's good for us. Yay, Stony Silence. They still kill Tef. Okay, Tef dies. Well, that's a good draw. Think we just wait with that? Let's just wait with this. Scotty's got some fight in him. They got some fight in them. Esper Sentinel, sure. Alright, we're going to play the Solitude here. Going to exile this. Block and kill that. Gets a 2-for-1. They'll block here. Then we can like play the priest. What are we doing here? We're blacksmith skilling the Esper Sentinel, which means we're not making anything from the Urza Saga. Deal. So once again, I found myself dead to either the Urza Saga or the Sigardazade. So we could play the Teferi, bounce the Sigardazade. Yeah. I guess we play the Teferi, bounce the Sigardazade, let this thing go off. They'll get a hammer. They can't put it on anything. Unearthing the priest doesn't do anything because you can only activate this as a sorcery, and then we'll die to the hammer. So we'll play Teferi. We'll play Teferi. We'll pay the 1 here so they don't draw a card. Yes. Okay. And then we will bounce the Sigardazade. Okay, and I'm going to play this. Yeah, I think they would have been better off making a person here. Okay, so now they make a person. Now we can, like, Priest of Fell Rites, kill this thing. Probably gonna get the Trample Hammer here. God, Hammer is such an annoying deck. It's so good. Hammer is so good. I should just play Hammer all the time. Just be a Hammer player. Yeah. Now we can unearth the priest next turn, and then we can get back a Solitude, kill the big thing, have a Solitude in play. That seems pretty good. Ginger Brute. We're going to do a vote. We're going to see what people want to see. I'll be like, hey, what do you guys want to see? And I'll put up a bunch of choices. And one of the choices is a Grixis deck that I saw that looked interesting. Alright, so Teferi dies. Maybe. Probably have a better chance of winning. Hammer's so broken. Alright. Let's draw... Perfect. Is there a reason? Alright, we're just gonna Priest of the Fell Rites. Get back Solitude. Kill this. Priest. Get back Solid Dude. Get out of here. I want to play this land because I'm only like 2 lands off of one land off of Griselbrand. Alright. Still dead to Colossal Hammer. As we've been dead all day to a Colossal Hammer. This list lacks a bunch of stuff. You cannot make this haste. Alright. Let's crack this fetch. I don't really want to draw any more lands. We'll get this one. Yield. Okay. Let's swamp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can cast a Griselbrand now. But I guess we'll just cast this. What is in your hand? Opponent, I want what is in your hand. It's probably another blacksmith skill. This deck goes too hard on blacksmith skill nowadays. Done. I'll save this in case we draw Faithful Mending. I don't think I attack. We are dead to a hammer. That's not a hammer. Swing for 1 in the air. Alright. Shadow. Oh. Now that's a card. Oh, I should probably tap a little some black for it. Let's not tap this. Let's go 1, 2. Yes. Yes. Okay. Jeez. How does this suck so bad? Alright, we'll take a Shadow Prophecy and Goryo's Vengeance. Then we'll play this, and we can Shadow Prophecy again. Alright, let's do that, so we don't have to pay this stupid tax. Leyline Binding, Shadow Prophecy. Maybe I should have taken a... No, I played a land. Alright, once again, we're dead to the hammer. We're dead to Stoneforge and Hammer. We're not dead to that. We're not really going off. They just activate this, and in the middle of combat, right? In the middle of combat, they'd put the hammer on this thing. Yay! We can hardcast the Griselbrand. Yay! We've done it. Achievement unlocked. 7/7. Your turn. Alright. Fair Magic. A 7/7 for 7. Name a more fair card ever cast. Okay. Alright, we're not dead to Stoneforge anymore. We could just wreck them next turn. Reality Chip. Okay, that lets them... Yeah, okay. Alright, they have achieved the chippiness. But once we kill that creature with the chip on it, there will be no more chipping for them. No more chirping over there. Oh, wow, Ornithopter. Why do I have the priority filter? I don't know what people are going to say. People on the internet say weird things. Okay, step number 1. Let's just kill these. Alright, let's go. Pending this. Done. 1, 2, 3. I want to give them no cards. This. 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 Okay. I have the binding. So let's just attack with Griselbrand. Smash. I just wanted to turn off the reality chip so they couldn't equip it. Alright. We might as well just Shadow Prophecy, right? This card seems... You don't want to... I mean, we might as well draw 7. We might as well do whatever. Alright. Stony Silence was pretty good that game. Pretty good. I think we want the other binding. I think we want... Yeah, it's pretty cool. Teferi might be a lot harder to get on the play, on the draw. Alright, let's run it back. Alright, we just need Solitude Ephemerate. Just need Solitude Ephemerate. Yeah, it is pretty crazy how good it is. We could play this. Grief Ephemerate it next turn. I think we keep this. This is kind of sketchy, but I think it's a keep. Okay. Next turn we have Grief Pitch. Grief Ephemerate? That doesn't seem terrible. As long as this turn isn't too crazy. The best play this turn would be a Stoneforge Mystic. Just play a Stoneforge and pass the turn. Stoneforge. Stoneforge! Nothing crazy? Okay. Alright. That works out really well for us. Because now we get to take and take and take and take and take. We will take it all from them and leave them with nothing. Oh, you got a Cauldron complete. Oh, that's because it's protected from the giver. That's neat. Alright. Let's just go ahead and Ephemerate. This is what it's like. This is what it's like to be scam. I will take Cauldron complete. What's the other card I'm taking? Sideboard? 2 givers seems like a giant pain in the butt. Sideboard's also a pain in the butt. All these cards are such a pain. I think 2 givers might be too much. What would you guys take here? All these cards have value for taking, except for the Ginger Brute. They're getting to keep a Ginger Brute. Well, Blacksmith skill protects the aid, right? Target permanent gets hexproof indestructible. And if we let them have 2 givers, that's just too annoying. Alright, do we want to grief this other Black's giver? I think we have to grief. I think we have to take the other giver. We'll have this to, like, get us back into things. Take the other giver. Alright. A bit of a spew, but, you know. Alright, so they drew a land. They play the Ginger Brute. They give the Ginger Brute unblockable. Sick. They attack with it. Sick. I will Ephemerate, get rid of this Blacksmith skill. They should have cashed in this Blacksmith skill, I think. Alright, let's cash in. Let's get rid of this Blacksmith skill. Put it on the giver. Alright, we need to draw a land here. Land would be nice. What are you going to protect? Yep, very exciting. Very exciting. Alright. I am going to... Yeah, I have to. Done. All right, what do we draw? Ooh, that's a good one. Pay 2. Stony Silence or Priest? Can we cast this? No, we cannot. I don't think another Grief's going to do a lot for us, so I think we just get Stony Silence in play while the getting's good. Alright. This is a pretty good spot for us. Ooh, Griselbrand. Alright, well, let's go 1, 2, play you. And now all we need to do is something to put something into the graveyard. This deck should play Thoughtseizes to, like, Thoughtseize themselves. It's pretty good. Stony Silence is pretty good. You know what else is pretty good? Griselbrand. Griselbrand is pretty good. Grizzly Bee. Oh, Scotty's about to get real hottie in the... Oh, there's not a lot of feelings in Magic like drawing 7 cards. I'm not gonna lie. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. I think we'll just chill here for now. With the entire world up. We'll discard a priest. Scotty doesn't know. This guy's about to find out. Alright, so we have Solitude, Ephemerate, Leyline Binding. We have a lot going on here. We have a lot going on. Alright. Well, we could defeat Hammer. Maybe Hammer sucks. Maybe we can't play it over the weekend. Oh, we're mulliganing this. Okay, we'll keep this. And we'll put back... Dower. Am I gonna be famous? Ha. I'm not even famous. Go on, have fun. Alright. Wooded Foothills. What plays Wooded Foothills? I think we all know. Nope, that's not what I thought. Uh-oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I've lost. Game over. Well, both sides fought hard. Gigantha. Gigantha, so it's probably some kind of creativity deck. I'm going to use this to get... I should have played this. The problem with this deck is that Triome that gives you all the 5 colors doesn't let you cast any part of Tainted Indulgence. Alright. So we're going to die to Ragavan. It's been a while since I've died to a Ragavan, so... It's Grixis Death Shadow, Grixis Ledger Shredder, whatever you want to call it, maybe. I don't know. Actually, no, because it's playing Flooded Strand. I don't know. It might just be... I don't know. We'll see what they're up to. Alright, well, no idea what they're up to. Okay, well, now we know. So I want to crack this and get the Jetmir Garden, but then I can't cast Tainted Indulgence. So we're going to get a Hallowed Fountain tapped. Then we're going to play this. Oh my, then we're going to play this. And we're going to discard Watery Grave. Are we going to solid dude? Are we griefing? Are we solid duding? What are we doing? I hate to spew. Do I hate to spew? Let's grief. Let's spew. JHGW, thank you for the follow. And Duke, thank you for the follow. And Firefly Kaleidoscope, thank you for the follow. And Cyber Kiri, thank you for the follow. Okay. We're not going to die to Tribal Flames. We're going to take the Tribal Flames. Look. Oh, Scion of Draco. Oh, my God. Well, looks like I lied. We're going to die to the Tribal Flames. We're going to take the Scion of Draco. And we have to get this Kavo. Otherwise, we're going to take 1,000,000 damage from the Kavo. Alright. Because that Kavu would let him draw. Alright, so they're playing, 4-color Tribal Flame stuff. We're an effective 5 life, because Tribal Flames will kill us. Will deal 5 to us. Oh no, Ragavan! Oh, Ragavan, no, why would you do this? Ragavan, no. Oh, Ragavan. Every time I play against Ragavan, I'm like, this card's not so bad. I could just take a hit from Ragavan. It's not going to win him the game. Fuck. Cool. Just a freak. Oh, Ragavan. Oh, Ragavan. I get to get a Scion of Draco back for free. Boom. To the face. Yeah, I'm at 7. I guess we're casting this. I put a land this turn. I have. This can block this. So we go to 7. They get back Scion of Draco for free because Ragavan's terrific. We block this. Ugh. I don't see us coming back from this one. When this deck plays the fair game, when you don't have Ephemerate, this deck is just hot garbage. You don't want to attack with the priest? What are they getting here? They're getting Ephemerate. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. I think that Tainted Indulgence shouldn't be in the deck. Because it's like very awkward with like you want to fetch the Jetmir's Garden to be able to have all the colors. And then once you fetch the Jetmir's Garden, you can't really use Tainted Indulgence because you can't cast Tainted Indulgence off the Jetmir's Garden. So this card might not belong in the deck. Alright. Well, we'll play a Priest of... Or maybe or you'd have to like retool the lands. You could do that too, I suppose. All right. So we could go to 1 here. Do we take the damage and go to 1? No, because this is pay 3 life to return something. So if we go to 1, pay 3 life, we just die. So you have to block the Ragavan here. Let's block the Ragavan and hope to draw Faithful Mending into with land Goryo's Vengeance or something like that. Yep. We have to draw. We are dead. We have been defeated. We have been defeated by cards that were unplayable before, but are somehow now playable. We got destroyed. Alright, what do we want to play? We need pendings. Is that it? Let's cut this Tainted Indulgence card. None of these other cards are that great. Thoughtseize might be okay, but I don't really want to Thoughtseize a deck that's going to pop me in the face for 1,000,000. Let's cut Thoughtseize in these two, because I don't want to get hit in the face. Let's not play Thoughtseize. Let's bring in Shadow Prophecy. Give him the GG. Well, we don't want to Thoughtseize. I'm gonna Grief and Ephemerate and stuff like that. Remember when this deck used to play Bloodbraid Elf? I wonder if they're still playing Bloodbraid Elf. I wonder what 4-color lists are looking like these days. Let's see. Modern. What's 4-color decks looking like? Asmo Zoo, Domain Zoo. 5 and 2. I thought this person was all about rhinos. Teferi, Stubborn Denial, Leyline Bindings. Well, they don't have any more. They don't have any more Bloodbraid Elves. Would you like to play first? Yes. Did I see Jerry T's article? No. I saw it. I didn't look at it. I did not look at it. Alright. We can Grief Ephemerate here. I guess that's too good not to keep. I did not look at Jerry T's article. Well, Jerry T is a very good writer. Guess we're getting a Godless Shrine. Pitch the Vengeance. Alright, let's take a look. Let's take Lightning Bolt, obviously. Let's take this thing. Okay. And this is their hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A plains. Basic plains. Yeah. I have nothing but respect for Jerry T. Nothing but respect for that guy. They drew a bolt. They're killing my thing. Stubborn now. Well, I guess I'll pay. Yes. Joke's on them. I don't have any more mana. Alright, we'll dismiss. We'll look at their hand. We'll take the Snakeskin Veil. Okay. I played against him one time in Legacy. And he liked my Delvers. And if you've ever seen my Delvers... I used to take Delvers. I used to take my Delvers and I bent them to shit. Like, they're literally, like, bent. Like, just completely, like, basically folded. And I would just throw them on the checklist cards. And they would bend. And every time a Delver wouldn't flip, I would, like, bend it. And be like, alright, flip it next time. Xander's Lounge. He thought that was hilarious. I had Delver Pringles. Goryo's Vengeance. What a stupid deck. This card's crazy, but this deck is a little bit much. Yeah, every time they don't flip, I let them know that that sort of behavior is not appropriate. Bender of Secrets. Rest in peace. Oh, perfect. Alright, we just need a land. Wild Nacatl. This card is too good for Modern Wild Nacatl. Oh, perfect. A 2/2 with no text. I mean, it has text. Smash. Wow, it turns out when you Grief Ephemerate someone, you win. Zap Brannigan in this set. They might as well have Bender. Bender's the clown robots that come out of the clown car. I don't know what you're saying. Of course they have Bender. Alright. Binding. What are we binding? The Grief? Sure. Yay! We've drawn the land. So what are we doing? Are we just getting... Should we just Shadow Prophecy, or should we just binding this? Binding this. Alright, let's just attack. Let's just attack and make our decisions later. Right? We could binding on the draw step, but I kind of want to binding this. Scion of Draco. That's fine. Because if they attack with this... If they attack with this Nakata, they'll be dead. Alright. So we'll go get the grief back. We'll crack for the Triome. Get the grief back. Alright. Let's crack for the Triome. Let's cast Godless. Let's cast this. Oh, you jerk. You jerk face. Well, you know... Jerk. Alright. What do we want to do here? I guess we can Leyline Binding this thing and just attack. We can Shadow Prophecy. We should probably just Shadow Prophecy, right? We'll probably hit a land in 4 cards. All we need is a blue-white land. Yeah, let's Shadow Prophecy. We just need... God damn it. Alright. Put 2 cards in your hand. We'll put Solitude. Why does this never work out? Never works out the way I want it to. There was just a land there. Alright. Alright. Let's draw Watery Grave. Okay, I'm gonna... How am I gonna do this? I guess we're Shadow Prophesying, then, like, looking for a white card, and then we're gonna Affinity whatever this. Alright, let's pay 2 here. 1, 2, 3. Cast Shadow Prophecy. Go to 1. Get... Ephemerate. Pending. Cast this. Exile this. Get this out of here. Get this out of here. This is just not good to give them all this life. And just attacking them for 2. We're just going to die to a bolt off the top. But if we get 1 hit with Solitude, we'll be alright. 1 hit with the Solitude. Well, it looks like we're not getting 1 hit off. Well, maybe we'll get a hit off the Solitude next turn. They probably shouldn't have played that into... But I guess it gives them the draw. It gives them the draw of drawing a burn spell, whereas if they didn't play this, we could have just hit and gained a bunch of life. Am I casting this Grief as just a beater? I think so. We could hold up the Ephemerate to Ephemerate this, but that only gains us 2 life and doesn't give us the life to survive a bolt. Okay, we're dead to half their deck. Actually, we're only dead to like 8 cards in their deck. We're not dead to that. That's for sure. They return Gigantha. Okay. So now we can attack with this Solitude. Oh, Shadow Prophecy? Oh my god. Why do you tempt me so, Shadow Prophecy? Why do you tempt me? Don't Shadow Prophecy. But I gotta. Alright, if I just full swing, I go to 4. I'll go to 4. Yeah. Okay. Now we have Shadow Prophecy at the end of their turn. We're not dead to Bolt. We can Shadow Prophecy if they don't do Burn Spuff. Okay, what are you gonna... What are you going after here? It actually worked out for us that we didn't... Alright, let's get rid of this. If we would have done this during draw step, they would have just bindinged it and we would have got demolished. Wow, that was pretty fortunate. Alright. Let's gamble. Okay. Let's get a Solitude. And let's get a Faithful Mending. Okay, yield. We can Faithful Mending away this Goryo's Vengeance. Okay. No. Alright, so let's cast Faithful Mending. We'll pitch Goryo's Vengeance. Goryo's Vengeance. And we will attack. We have Solitude on Grief. We have Solitude on Grief, Leyline Binding, get rid of the Grief. So we cannot lose this game anymore. GG. Very close. Very close. The Rest in Peace is so good. Rest in Peace is so good. Just ruined all our fun. We have 25 cards in the graveyard. We just went through so much stuff. Alright. Shadow Prophecy is crazy. This card's nuts. This card is very, very good. No! No, 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 no. We don't need to be mean. We don't need to be mean. Alright, do we want Teferis to try and buy ourselves time? No, I don't think so. We have pendings. Feels like this deck could use more pendings. Is this the time? No, this is not an Ashiok matchup. Okay. Oh, good. What do we think of this hand? I mean, it's just missing... Do we keep this hand? It does nothing. Oh, we're on a mold of 6 anyway. Alright, this will keep. We'll put back Godless Shrine. We'll put back the Griselbrand. It can be. It can be the best sideboard card. Sometimes it is not. Okay, so this gets us the Triome. Alright, now we have the Triome. Now we have Binding next turn, so that's good. I like having Binding next turn. Keep and go to discard? I don't think so. I would be happy to do that, but they're playing Stubborn Denials. They're playing Stubborn Denial. They're playing Rest in Peace. They would have access to all those cards if we were to go to discard, right? We would just get potentially blown out. If we kept and went to discard, that would be so much of a risk. Especially in game, you know. Especially in game 2 here. Alright, let's get the one Triome. Give us access to all the colors. Alright. Let's get Jetmir. Untap. Priest. We could play the priest here. Let's play the priest. A 2/2 for 2? Seems good. 2-mana 2/2? Sign me up. Sign me up for 2-mana 2/2. What is our opponent doing? Are they going to Leyline Binding our guy? Are they going to bolt it? Just bolt it. Okay, sure. It's kind of weird how this deck is like so aggressive with like Ragavans and all these cards, and they're not really doing anything. Like they're playing Ragavan, Wild Nacatl, and they're just like not really being aggressive. Alright, so they have Domain on 2 lands. Which one's that? Oh, because they're holding up. That card's kind of awkward to cast. So what are they doing? They're holding up Stubborn Denial to protect this. So we need to pay 2 life to play this. We do need to get rid of this thing, so let's get the Leyline Binding Stubborn Denialed. Because if they are going to Stubborn Denial here, they would do it on this. Oh, no. Guess not. Okay. Hopefully they don't have a Leyline Binding of their own at the end of turn. So then they get this stupid thing back. And we should have just pendinged it. Okay. Yeah, this Suspend 3 is kind of a little rough on that. Suspend 3 is kind of hard to do. Why aren't they just playing Tarmogoyf? This thing dies to Bolt. Alright. I guess, would this be bigger than Tarmogoyf? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's bigger than Tarmogoyf. Maybe this is just better. Alright. Let's cast Grief. Let's grief them. Cast the Grief. What do they got here? Looks like they're gonna Binding my Grief. If they get a white, no. I don't know what they're doing here. What the hell's green? Veil of Summer. Veil of Summer. Yeah, Tarmogoyf is trumped by a draft uncommon these days. It's a hard knock life out there for a Tarmogoyf. We got Veil of Summer. That hurts. That hurts a lot. I'll just trade this off. How many counter spells do you think they have in their hand? No, rest in peace. Boo. Boo, rest in peace. Boo. That's kind of wild. I think they need to... You tap this thing when you could leave the... Oh, we've just gotten maced to the face. Okay, so we have a choice. We can kill this rest in peace. I think we hold this for something scary. Yeah, after this league, we're going to play another deck. I'm going to let you guys pick on what we're going to play. Like, this is what our poll was yesterday. Yesterday, people picked... We did all these choices, and people picked Asmo Greasefang. So we're going to do choices exactly like that as soon as this... After this game, after we take 1 more point of damage. Alright. Hopefully they do not play... They do not summon Gigantha to their hand. Because we cannot Prismatic Ending Gigantha. I said we can't Prismatic Ending Gigantha. Alright. Let's draw Faithful Mending. Faithful Mending. Alright. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we draw Dark Ritual, we can Griselbrand Dark Ritual. We just need a card that's not legal in Modern. Now we need to draw Solitude. We need to draw a Solitude. I guess we're gonna go play this. And let's kill the Rest in Peace. So we can chump with this. Okay. Alright, I think we're dead. Yeah. GG's. Alright. I can't say GG's. I can't see GG's. Well, GG's. Alright, what do we think of this deck? I think this deck is trying to be too fancy, trying to be too cute. You can high roll against people and, like, get a Griselbrand in play, but realistically, like, I think you don't want to play Griselbrands. These should just be Archons, right? Like, these should just be Archons. These should just be Persists, right? And then you're in a much better spot, casting much more reasonable cards. And you can cast all this stuff. Like, this should just be 4 of these. And then you have Archon. And then you add 4 of these. And I think the deck just becomes infinitely better. Right? I think the deck becomes miles better. And I think you want to play just Thoughtseizes, so you can Thoughtseize yourself to put these in the yard. And I think you played this. Now the only issue that I had, the big issue that I had with the deck, is the Jetmir's Triome. Because I would fetch the Jetmir's Triome, and then I couldn't play the Tainted Indulgence. Right? So the idea of Jetmir's on turn 1 into what combination? I don't know. It seemed weak. It doesn't seem like, generally speaking, blue-white can... Well, let me finish this. So this is an interesting list, but I think it's just better off to be doing this. The Goryo's Vengeance just kind of sat in our hand, and being able to res these effects and bring them back would be very powerful. So I think this is what I would play if I wanted to fix the deck. You know, air quotes, fix. You know, that's what I would play. Okay. So let's move on to something else now. Let's close this. Let's close this. Let's stop. Okay. So